When we first start training, knowing how to take those first steps is crucial. There's nothing worse than feeling like you're spinning your wheels while making minimal or no progress. So today I'm going to break down how beginners should structure their workouts to maximize early progress and hit the ground running. Priorities for beginners new to training are to introduce fundamental compound exercises and solidify those movement patterns with higher rep ranges. Focus on showing up individual weaknesses in strength, mobility, flexibility, and posture, building an aerobic base, and most importantly, staying consistent and following a simple program that can be adhered to while easily noticing progression. A simple and effective way to structure a beginner workout program would be a 3-day per week full body routine with 48 hours of rest or active rest between training days and 72 hours of rest after each third training day. An example of this would be resistance training Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with rest or active rest days on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. Full body workouts should be structured in a way that targets each muscle group with the same or similar basic compound movements. The purpose of training this way is to ingrain the neural patterns of these movements subconsciously and to improve the neuromuscular response, which is paramount in the first stages of training. Basically, if you train the same movements over and over, you'll eventually master them and easily notice progress in real time, which is harder to achieve if you're doing a bunch of different exercises for each session. This is important because if you're not noticing progress quickly, then you're more likely to get discouraged and skip sessions or not continue training altogether. An easy way to select exercises while hitting all major muscle groups is picking one exercise from each of these movement patterns. They include a lower body push-pull, a vertical push-pull, and a horizontal push-pull. A lower body push exercise would be a squat or lunge. A lower body pull would be some type of deadlift or hip hinge motion. A vertical push would be an overhead press or dips. A vertical pull would be a pull-up or a lat pull-down. A horizontal push would be a push-up or chest press. And a horizontal pull would be any type of row. This would give each training session 6 exercises that would hit each major muscle group sufficiently. Performing each exercise for 3 sets of 15 to 20 reps, keeping reps within 1 to 3 reps in reserve, and resting for 1 to 2 minutes would be an excellent starting point for most beginners, as this would provide enough volume for increasing strength, hypertrophy, and mastery of the basic movements. As for off days, the focus should be on addressing limited mobility, flexibility, and postural deficiencies. Having dedicated days for improving things like tightness in hip flexors, ankle mobility, or shoulder range of motion will not only improve how you feel on a daily basis, but will also improve your ability to progressively overload much faster, as these limiting factors will allow for greater range of motion in your exercises. This can be achieved with a scheduled time for foam rolling, stretching, yoga, etc. Days between training sessions are also prime time for building an aerobic base. A good way to achieve this is to spend at least 20 to 30 minutes in a steady state exercise in zone 1. You can gauge whether or not you're in zone 1 by your ability to talk. If you can talk comfortably, then you're training within your zone 1. If you're at the point where you're not sure if you can talk comfortably, then you've likely reached zone 2. Walking, jogging, cycling, or rowing are excellent exercises that are available for building a solid aerobic base. The last and most important priority is to maintain consistency. Scheduling dedicated days and times for your resistance training and rest is key. The purpose of structuring in this way is to keep it simple, cover all your bases, and make progression much easier to keep track of. This should help with long-term adherence and prevent you from skipping workouts. After all, if you start to notice improvements early on, you'll be less likely to drop out and more likely to make training a part of your life forever. Thank you for watching. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next video.